Hey folks, welcome back to week 3 of what did I learn on my CNC. We're gonna probably have to change the name of what did I learn from my CNC, running a YouTube channel, and starting a small business. Because it all ties together, okay? Anyway, so I'm in a different area. This is actually where my wife does a lot of the painting. I may carve it, but she does the magic of making it look awesome, okay? So what I wanted to show you is some of the different stuff as we've moved away from me carving by hand and moving more and more to the CNC as I've gotten more comfortable. So here's one of the arms to one of the posts we're making. That's really hard to see. All these posts I'm going to show you are the exact same logo, same depth, same cut, same bit, same everything was done to them except for how we're finishing them. Okay, this one painted, then came back and tried to put the white in here, but these little details are a little bit too much just a blob and paint. So I really blobbed it on to get it in there and then had to fish some of it out. It was painful. After it dried, sanded, and then to go back and paint over it with the brown again. This did not, I mean, I guess it saved some time, but not much time, okay? It'll still look awesome once it's done. It just did not have the desired effect, meaning it didn't speed up the process. Because with the CNC being involved and mine being sped up, I want to speed up the painting too, so we can get these things knocked out even faster. Okay, so 10 for 1. Here's the next attempt, and probably the absolute most effective, okay? Most effective. So, still painted, sanded, all that good fun stuff. Then this plastic vinyl gets laid down. You want to use like a little soft pad, sort of like the things they use to put tint on windows, if you know what that is. Looks like a squeegee with a piece of felt on it, just so this has a really nice contact, because if it doesn't, spinning bit, getting hot, you know what's going to happen. It's going to pull it up, so get wrapped around the bit and cause a mess. Not that I've done that. Anyway, so this way, now she can come in and do her fine detail work, paint all inside these things. Fast. We fast. All right. So that turns into this. Wait, back over here a little bit. This. As you can see, she does a really nice job getting in all these nice little details, all the little flowers or leaves, whatever this thing is up here. I guess it's leaves on the tree. Each little detail of the E. These are really thin bits here, and she does a really good job. And then she comes back with like this. Let me see if I can find it. She's gonna yell at me for moving her brushes. Can you focus? Focus! Anyway, I mean, it's like nose hairs. Anyway, she uses that teeny tiny little brush and meticulously goes around and fills in all these things, and then comes back with the surface paint and fills in any little spot on the outside that she may have overdone. But I love the perfectionism. Anyway, okay, so here's another one where we did not use the plastic and we just did it plain Jane. So basically I painted this one, or carved it, then painted it, and then handed it to her and said, here, go paint. She did not like painting this way, just because it was time consuming, because while it looks nice now, this is what I left her. Yeah. There's like brown all in here and everything else. Yeah, I just went. I had Tourette's with paint. Anyway, so yeah, plastic vinyl, way to go. Okay, I'll throw a link down there in the description area. Okay, but vinyl, way to go. All right, I'm gonna move back to my shop. I'll finish this in there. All right, so back in my shop. So what else did I learn this week? Carving wet wood. I don't mean green wood. Not like you just chop down the tree and cut it, even though I kind of tried that this week too. I didn't go well. But carving wet wood, as I said before, I'm working with a lot of pressure treated pine. And I'm doing that because they're basically mail posts sitting outside 24/7 in the south, in the heat, in the rain, in the snow, in the ice, and everything between here and there. So I want them to last. Okay, so I'm using the pressure treated. But with that, when you buy it from the big box store, the home beep, the wood is extremely wet. It's very heavy, and of course, the heavier the board, the wetter it is. Okay, they're big sponges. And when you're carving wet wood, it doesn't work. It gums up. It just makes a hot mess. It'll actually cause the fibers in the wood to fray when it's really, really wet, because it's pliable. It's movable. In fact, if you look at some other videos of woodworking and how some of these guys do like the bends for, like, let's say the arms on a chair, a rocking chair, and they got those nice bends, but you see the wood grain also bend with it. You know, it's not that they cut it like that, it's that it was bent. It was soaked, bent, and heated, and bent, and it's, I agree, you're not gonna do that with like a 2x4, I don't think. Maybe you could, I don't know. But wetness of wood makes an impact on what you're doing. And is it just me, or is this crooked? You're looking at me like this. Like, hi guys. Okay, anyway, yeah, so wetness of wood. So, go spend your money. How did I hurt my finger? How do you hurt your finger? I'm not even doing anything. Your finger's like, oh. Okay. Anyway, so I bought this, Amazon. I actually bought this last year when I was looking for a new house. Story time! So we had a house, had a lot. You didn't even live in the other house for long. You were like there for like a month. What do you know? Peanut gallery? Seriously, do you guys have to work with this? Anyway, so about a year ago we were looking for a new house. The old house had lots of water damage that we didn't know about when we bought the house. The home inspection didn't find it. A little bit irritated about that. Still kind of burns. But once again, we learned a lot from that house, and I'm thankful for it. So this time we were going to buy a house. I was like, nope, not making the same mistake. This is not a taser. Okay, I'm not going to taser people. It's actually a moisture meter. Okay, there's a bunch of them out there on the market. Some of them can do it without penetration, which these two little pins penetrate the wood. So when I was buying the house, I'm walking around with the realtor going around every windowsill in that house. No, I wasn't ruining people's windows by stabbing little holes in visible spots. No. I was going like up in the crack in between stuff, so you couldn't see where I was stabbing it. But yeah. To which one real estate agent didn't like it. The other real estate agent, when we actually did finally work with, was like, oh my God, that is amazing. Where did you get it? I got to go get one. Because I can call BS on some people. And I'm like, yeah, you definitely can. So, anyway, moisture meter. Really simple to use. You take it, you stab it in wood, and it tells you a percentage. Here, I'm gonna step off camera real quick. Just grab a sheet of pine plywood, and turn it on, set to wood, stab, and 15.4, 15.3, 15.2, 15.1. Are we going down? Are you gonna stop? Okay, 15.1. So that's not bad. Okay, that's dry. Okay, good carve. Now let me grab a piece of wood that I just picked up today. Red means bad. Yeah. So this right here, I can't carve until it's below 20%. Okay. So moisture meter, get it below 20%. Buy your wood ahead of time. Put it in a room with a dehydrator. Not a dehydrator. What do they call those things? Dehumidifier. It actually works. I'm running a test right now. You see back here on this board, I took one 4x4 to a room with a dehydrator. I keep calling it a dehydrator. Well, it does dehydrate. A dehumidifier, and then I'm leaving one out here, and I'm checking it daily. The one in the room with the dehumidifier has dropped like 6% in 24 hours. The one out here has dropped a point, meaning like it was at 30, it was at 30.1 and it was at flat 30. So I might be, if I'm in a rush, throwing them in there, but I'm concerned also with warping. That's why I'm doing this test, to see if drying it out faster than letting it just sit in the garage and dry out causes it to warp, because you don't want warped boards to work on. If you do, you're gonna have to plane them out, level them out. The surfacing, like in one of the other videos I did, we'll take that out. But each time, you got to figure you've got this much wood to work with, and if you need it to be sturdy, you don't want to have this in half now. So I'll let you know how those tests go. Another part I want to actually get into is your distributor of bits, the place where you buy your bits from, etc. Once again, I am a fan of my cheap bits because I'm learning, and I don't want to spend $60, $100 plus dollars on a single bit. Okay, not for me, not when I'm going to break them. But I got overconfident and I bought a nice bit. I think it was $50 and it was a 1mm bit. And you'll see it in the video where I'm carving the wooden medallion. The depth on it wasn't very deep. The speed I had pretty low. The overlap speed, everything was set well within the limitations of that bit. And it finished the carving. You can see the video. Finished the carving. And then went to take it out. I pulled it out, and I'm holding it. It's burning my hand because, once again, I forgot to put on gloves before grabbing the bit that had been carving something for an hour. That thing's hot, so gloves, or just get tough fingers. I don't have tough fingers yet. Remember? IT guy. Yeah. Now, if you would have got me back when I was working in the kitchen, no, I had like hands of like leather. I could have put my hand on a flat top, but now I got like baby butt fingers, you know? They're sensitive. Anyway, so yeah, don't touch the hot bit. So anyway, while this thing is burning my finger, I'm looking at it going, this looks a lot shorter now. The tip of it had broken off. But it hadn't broken off when the job had finished. So in the time of me taking it off and pulling it out, because even once I loosened the nut, it was still there. From pulling it out and bringing it up to my face, it broke somewhere. And I couldn't find it. I have a little magnet thing. I went looking for it, couldn't find it. High-powered light, looking for it, couldn't find it. Shit. Where'd it go? Like I said, that was like a $50 bit. I was quite mad. And it was my first time using that bit. But anyway, the good part to this story is I reached out to ToolsToday, which is where I bought it from, on Amazon. They're the seller, Amazon the distributor. You know the deal, okay? Everybody sells on Amazon. So anyway, talked to them. He wanted to know what was the specs, what did I use it in, and everything else. And I was like, here, specs, here's everything I had. In fact, here's the video that I made up while I was doing it. And you can see at the end of the video, the bit's still there. You can see even when I take it out, the bit drops down a little bit when I loosened it, but the bit's still there. And then I pick it up and the bit's just gone. And let me be very clear, if I would have like raked it across the thing or done something that broke it, once again, I think you guys have seen enough of my videos, I would have called myself a DA and been like, well, you broke another one and this one cost you something. Anyway, after sending that to them and everything else, having a nice little chat, they were like, contact Amazon, just tell them to send you another one. Contact Amazon, say, hey, ToolsToday said, go ahead and send me another one. So Amazon shipped me another one, should be here tomorrow. So yay. But once again, thank you ToolsToday. You guys are awesome. I will be buying a lot more bits from you because you're easy to access, good quality, and good customer service. Once again, I'm not getting paid to say any of this. I'm just saying it because it's true. Anyway, yeah, so moisture meter, what I talked about in the wife's office, etc. Or office, and her little painting area. Don't touch hot bits. Like you needed to be told that, but evidently I did. Yeah. Oh, and to wrap all this up, so I am floored with how many views and everything else I've gotten in this past week. My subscriber count, I think, was like 4 last week, and now it's at 14. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm assuming I'm doing something right. Who knew? But the comments, the likes, the subscribing, all of it has had its benefit. It's shown me what to do, what not to do, sort of, in a very short, condensed time frame. And some of the guys offering advice, thank you. That's what I'm here for, because let's be honest, I started this not knowing anything. Like, academically, yes. I read a bunch of stuff. I studied the different CNC models out there for almost a year before I bought this one. And I bought this one because every last part on here, except for the proprietary board that's in here, I can buy from other places at a cheap price. Okay? The motors, the nuts, the wiring harnesses, everything. And the stuff I cannot buy, CNC Labs, I feel, has a decent price for it. Okay? In fact, if you know somebody who can machine things, you can machine these arms, the gantry legs, and everything else. I'm not telling you to do that, because I don't know what the legalities of that are, but I do know they give you like the pattern for the feet, and they give you a spreadsheet of all the pieces and where you can find them in other places. Okay? That's unheard of today. I'm shocked by that. Anyway, so thank you for the comments, the suggestions. Keep them rolling, keep them coming, because I'm learning. I'm doing this to show what it's like to learn, to go on this journey, to go from nothing to hopefully something successful. And I'm not talking about successful as in like, yay, I'm Bill Gates or something crazy. No, I'm talking about successful as in the sense of I feel I accomplished what I set out to do. Okay? And what I set out to do was have a little bit of a side hustle, learn CNC, maybe getting into plasma cutting and some other fun jazz. But first I gotta make this pay for itself so I can get more toys. So really, if you wanna think about it, I'm doing this to pay for more toys. Wife's gonna see this and be like, dislike. No, she's wicked supportive. Love her to death. She does an awesome job helping me do all of this stuff behind the scenes. Maybe one day I'll get her on here too, and you can see that interaction. No, it's fun. We're both hams and characters, and yeah, we have fun. Why not? Anyway, thank you so much for the support. Everything you guys have been doing, I truly appreciate it, and I hope you guys are still enjoying everything that's going on. And once again, I cannot wait to see where all this is headed, because it's looking pretty good right now, I'm telling you. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. You guys have a great one. Bye.